Hello everyone. Welcome back to Stoic Wisdom today. Let me ask you something. Have you stopped reacting to drama, not because you don't care, but because you've grown? Do you no longer explain yourself just to be understood? Are you beginning to move in silence and finding strength in that stillness? If any of this sounds familiar, you might be going through one of the most powerful transformations of all. You're becoming emotionally untouchable. Today, we'll uncover 7 clear signs that your mindset is evolving and your peace is becoming sacred. Let's get into it. Sign 1. You don't react just to be heard. There was a time when silence felt like surrender. You felt the urge to argue, to defend yourself, to make sure they understood. But now, you let people misunderstand you, and you don't flinch. Why? Because you've realized something vital. Being heard isn't the same as being right. Most arguments are ego traps disguised as meaningful dialogue. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You always retain the right to have no opinion." When you stop handing out your piece for the price of approval, you begin living from strength. You no longer talk over people. You don't try to fix them. You let them rant. You let them judge. And then you move on with your day. Not from indifference, but from discipline. You refuse to pour energy where it won't grow. That's not giving up. That's growth. Sign 2. You choose peace over vindication. There's a quiet dignity in walking away without needing the last word. The average person wants justice, wants an apology, wants closure. But when you're emotionally untouchable, you no longer need validation, because you have something stronger, inner authority. Seneca said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." So instead of lashing out, you let time speak for you. You let your progress become the rebuttal. You stop replaying imaginary confrontations. You stop drafting mental comebacks. You let bitterness dissolve, not for them, but for you. You've seen where that road leads. Resentment, exhaustion, more noise. You're not going back. You're done bleeding energy over people who don't even exist in your life anymore. That's not passivity. That's power rooted in principle. Sign 3. You don't take emotional bait. A comment, a glance, a shift in tone. Once upon a time, it would have hijacked your emotions. You'd be pulled into arguments without even realizing it. But now, you see it like a chess game. Provocation is a move, but reaction, that's checkmate against yourself. Epictetus taught, if someone provokes you, realize your mind allowed it. Meaning, they are not your enemy, your reactivity is. So you stay still. You don't raise your voice. You don't meet chaos with chaos. You stay grounded while others spin. And that calm, that unreadable stillness, it rattles them, because control is power, and you've taken yours back. Sign 4. Sign 4. You set boundaries without apology. Weak boundaries beg for justification. Strong boundaries don't explain themselves. You used to say no like an apology. You softened your truth to make others comfortable. You over-explained, fearing you'd be misunderstood. Not anymore. Now you say it once, and let it land. You don't manage others' emotions. You don't bend to guilt or pressure. You set terms, and if they're not met, you walk. No drama, no announcements. It's not cruelty, it's clarity. The Stoic doesn't fear disapproval. They fear betraying themselves. So you stop betraying your gut for the sake of being liked. If something feels off, you step back. If someone crosses the line, you don't argue. you exit. Your boundaries aren't spoken, they're embodied, and that makes them unshakable. Small sign 5. You treat disrespect as data, not drama. Someone talks down to you, belittles your success, gives you the cold shoulder. The old you would have internalized it, rehearsed it. Now you treat it like information. You don't personalize it, you process it. Disrespect doesn't offend you, it informs you. It reveals character. It shows you where people stand. It helps you reallocate time, energy, and loyalty. As Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. So when someone disrespects you, you don't clap back. You take note. Then you adjust, quietly, cleanly, decisively. You stop granting full access to those who haven't earned it. You stop begging for better treatment. You observe once, act once, and move on. No drama, no scenes, just sovereignty. That's not emotional detachment. That's emotional intelligence. Sign 6. You no longer identify with your emotions. Your anger used to mean war. Your sadness meant something was wrong. Your anxiety, it used to paralyze you. Now, you feel everything, but become none of it. That's emotional mastery. You observe your state without being consumed by it. Because you understand something most never will. Your thoughts lie. Your moods shift. Your emotions aren't always truth. They're signals, not instructions. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." So you don't suppress emotions, but you don't chase them either. You pause, you breathe, you wait, and 9 times out of 10 the storm passes, and you're still standing. That calm people call cold. It's not indifference. It's discipline, forged through awareness. Sign 7. You attract by presence, not pursuit. You no longer chase people, not out of ego, but out of self-respect. You've stopped over-explaining, over-apologizing, over-giving. If someone pulls away, you let them. If they come closer, you welcome, but don't cling, because your peace no longer depends on attention. It's anchored in alignment. And that stillness, it draws the right people in. Those who crave peace will gravitate toward you. Those who need chaos to feel alive will flee. Zeno, the father of Stoicism, taught, virtue is sufficient for happiness. When you live in integrity, you realize you already have everything you need. You know your worth, you know what you bring to the table, and you've stopped begging others to sit with you. That's not arrogance, that's sovereignty. Conclusion. Becoming emotionally untouchable doesn't mean you stop feeling. It means you stop leaking. You stop handing your power to people who don't value it. You stop betraying your peace for temporary validation. And in that silence, you discover a deeper strength, the kind that doesn't need to shout to be unshakable. So if this resonated with you, commit to it. Not all at once, just one moment at a time, one boundary at a time, one decision that protects your inner calm. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to stop breaking your own peace for people who wouldn't protect it for you. If you're walking this path, subscribe to Stoic Wisdom today for weekly insight and inner strength. Like this video, drop a comment on which sign spoke to you the most and share it with someone who needs this reminder. Keep your mind clear, your emotions in check, and your values untouchable. Until next time, stay grounded, stay clear, stay stoic.